This is Dr. Leisure. I'm down in the Ahihi Kinau Natural Area Reserve, getting ready to go on a field trip with Lucianne Dene to look at heiaus down in this part of the world. Join us. I'm at Oceanside, in front of the parking lot administered by the State Park Division. Not quite sure what's going on here. Well, state law does allow public access to state beaches. In the past, people have been restricted here. That's Lucianne Dene giving us a little background information as we begin our field trip to look at heiaus in the area. NARS Ranger Judy is concerned. She has a report that 2 women have walked into a portion of the reserve that's closed. This is serious business. They could be subject to up to a year in jail and a $1,000 fine. Our group says we'll keep an eye out for the ladies and then head south to check out the heiau that we came to see. Ranger Judy is determined that she's going to find these 2 individuals that have walked into the reserve. She's not happy because they did it on her watch. One of the members of our group offers a chant of respect to the ancestors of this heiau. Another member of the group places an offering of water on the heiau. Lucianne tells us many things about the heiau, which we can see the wall in the background. And in the distance, we can see the source of the most recent lava flow in the area. Our next stop is to look at a heiau actually located within the NARS. Fortunately, our group only numbers 10, otherwise we would be denied access to the open portion of the reserve as well as the closed portion. Only the strip along the ocean is open reserve. The rest is closed. I don't know what to recommend if you have an extended family of more than 10 people. You could be subject to a arrest and possible fines of up to $1,000 and possibly up to a year in jail. You might want to apply for a special permit. Now that cost is $50 and the lead time is approximately 8 months. As you walk down the beach, you will pass on your left an old well and a canoe structure, a canoe house. If you look beyond the canoe house, and you will see the walls of the heiau and also some of the walls of dwelling sites. Note that they are in the area of the park that is closed off and you can't get a closer look. Sitting on the beach, you're sitting in front of a very interesting, complex site where a lot of Hawaiians hung out, consisting of a heiau, many village houses, canoe shed, and an actual well. It's all behind the roped-off area. In the 70s, it was Site 50-50-14-1018 in the Hawaiian Register of Historic Places. Today, the site is no longer listed in the Hawaiian State Historical Preservation Division. As one would expect, the canoe house and the well are quite close to the beach. The heiau and the building sites sit a little farther off the beach and are captured here because of a long lens. I remember my first visits to this area some 20 years ago and how impressed I was to see the canoe house, walls, the wells, the heiau, the building sites, Very impressive. Reinforced trails were in place. That is, gravel was added to the existing gravel to define the trail, and one could easily walk around between the heiaus and see the sights without doing any damage to the structures. As I understand things, the reason the area is known as dumps is because during the end of World War II it was a dump. The area that's your parking lot contained a lot of barbed wire and other military debris left over from World War II. Local citizens put a great deal of effort into cleaning the place up and getting it designated as a reserve. And the whole idea was to preserve the heritage for the people. As envisioned, and as indeed it was enacted, it is a place for hiking, nature study, bedroll camping, and hunting. In 2007, bedroll camping was prohibited, and you were limited to 10 people or less in your hiking. And I don't know what they're doing about hunting and nature study. Actually, 99% of the park is closed. If you miss things on the way in, you can always check for them again on the way out. They're located right behind this brush pile behind the yellow line that marks the boundaries of the closed area of the park. If you poke your camera through the brush and pay attention to your camera angles, you might get a reasonable shot of the canoe house walls and the depression in the ground. That is the old well. Well, that concludes this portion of our tour of Ahihi Kinau Park. Until next time, peace be with you.